I'm Em,
And I'm Lex.
and we're thrilled to welcome you to the Ready, Set, Coach podcast.
Now, we're not just your hosts. We're also mamas, entrepreneurs, coaches, friends, and co-founders of the Ready, Set, Coach community.
What began as a pandemic side hustle has blossomed into a vibrant online community crafted by coaches for coaches.
So when we're not immersed in our coaching community on Circle, we're busy managing our other businesses, navigating the ups and downs of life, and of course, recording this podcast.
This is where we dive deep into epic conversations about life, business, coaching,
and everything in between.
So are you ready, Lex?
I'm set, Em.
Let's coach.
Guess who's back?
Back again.
Tell your friends.
Baby, wait.
Guess
We're
we're back. Em and
Backstreet's
Lex.
back. I
We are the best friends.
I almost said NSYNC's back. That would have been rude. Lex and Emily are back, and we're going to speak in so many accents throughout today's adventure.
We took a break. We're back more or less the same as ever before.
My hair's gotten longer. Do you think I should keep it
I
long?
think it is. I love it exactly this length right
This
now.
length? Really? I was thinking like I need to trim it like an
No,
an
I like
inch.
this. This is
Like
perfect.
this?
The shoulder, yes.
Okay. I was about to schedule a haircut.
No. I like this. This is perfect.
Lexie has spoken.
Hot mom.
Hot mom look. I've got
MILF.
high-waisted jeans on right now. Do you know my
Were
jeans?
you pregnant in the last time we recorded this?
I don't know. No.
Nice. Did you know Emily's pregnant? Nice.
I'm 2 days pregnant. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm 20 weeks pregnant today, which is kind of insane, isn't it?
Like today?
Yesterday I was 20 weeks pregnant.
Oh,
I
it goes
know.
to halfway mark as we head into the end of the year. All these milestones, all these milestones.
I know, and I feel like we haven't caught up with you wonderful listeners in a while of just like life and lifing. I've got a 3-year-old. You've got a 2.5-year-old.
Yep, sure do.
I feel like our photo stream has been just like us traveling, which has been amazing, but also so exhausting.
So tired. Although, look, plug for YouTube, guys. Emily's like the most gorgeous, glowing pregnant lady. I know no one's surprised, and I look like the haggard, my eyes like twitching, 5 bags. Zoom filters help a girl out quite a lot, but I'm tired.
She's so tired. Well, we got to get your baby sleeping, so I think there's that too.
Yeah. I mean, I
And
just feel like
Lexie.
I have 2.5 years stacked up of no sleep. I can't even I can't complain. There's so many. Even though I'm just now literally looking at my face and my eyes like not fully opening. So that's cute.
That's what's happening. I'll share some really exciting news on my end. I built a new bed this weekend. Last week or 2 weeks ago, I was sitting in my bed and without hanky-panky or anything fun, it just broke. And I was sitting and it kind of collapsed in on itself. And I think it was after 3 moves. This is in the guest bedroom. After 3 moves, I think it was just time. It was telling me, like, put me out to pasture. And so I put together a whole bed by myself. And it reminded me, I don't know if you ever have these moments, Lex, where you're like, oh, things are so overwhelming and like, I can't do it. I need help. I need someone else to do it for me. And then you realize like, what if I read the directions and give myself a moment to figure it out, that you are capable of doing something that can feel overwhelming.
Yeah, I mean, unless it's IKEA, then just give up.
But fun fact about IKEA, do you know that I heard this from a nurse who worked in a New York City hospital, and she said that was an interview question she got, was like, do you like putting together IKEA furniture and are you good at it? And if the answer was yes, it meant that they took direction well and that they followed direction. Versus
fascinating. I mean, I've successfully put things together before.
After tears. But you know, you think about it, like, I don't know, I'm definitely that person that's like, I can figure it out without looking at the directions. And
totally,
you need to look.
You're the dad in the car who won't stop for directions at the gas station.
1,000%. We'll
so
figure it out.
Emily's, guys, we don't even, to be honest, like we took a very abrupt break from this podcast without even like shouting it out or letting you guys know because life started lifing. I'll take credit for my inability to hang a little bit. There's been a lot of changes that have happened, all for the best, but in the, in the middle of the storm, sometimes you have to prioritize things. And while taking a break from a podcast could have felt like a really big deal, I looked at the glass balls that were being juggled and the rubber balls, and this was a rubber ball, but like we're throwing it back and we're juggling again and we're here and we're bringing you fresh energy, well, tired but new energy because we're going to be doing a heck of a lot of guest interviews this, I don't know, like new season, half season. I don't know if we ever
Yeah.
really had a season.
Neither. I know we probably should like put seasons to things, but whoops,
Yeah.
next season.
That's this whole like tone of the podcast. But basically, since you've been gone, we launched RSC Insider, which is a very, very affordable membership tier to the RSC community. And of the various perks, it includes being a guest on this podcast. So you're gonna hear from some freaking epic ladies coming up.
And it's so cool because we wanted to make it really easy to find coaches. We know that there are a ton of coaches out there that are kind of hidden by the internet. So now if you go to the Ready Set Coach website, we have a whole directory of our Ready Set Coach insiders. So you can search a specific type of coach, you can look at them. It's been such a fun way for people to be discovered and to dig a little deeper into like what the different offerings are. And then even within our free community too, these insiders get a shout out and a special little moment placement within the community. That is so fun to see.
And I think it kind of mirrors some of the through lines and challenges that we've been hearing brought up in coaching sessions lately, which isn't new, but I do think feels even more, we can assign a lot of different emotions to it: overwhelming, frustrating, true as we enter Q4 and the end of the year. And it's just so crowded out there. And sometimes it can feel so hard to stand out, like you're screaming into a void. And it's something we're seeing cross coaching verticals, whether it's health or business, etc. It is challenging. So we just wanted to do what we can to try to help out a little bit. Not saying we're like saints.
No, no, no. I drove downtown Denver today and there was this horrible, like you had to take a left turn and an immediate right, but you had to cross 4 lanes of traffic type of thing. And it just reminded me of that feeling though, when you're crossing traffic where you're like, excuse me, so sorry, I don't mean to bother you, but like I need to be in the right lane. And that's how I feel the coaching industry is too. With these coaches, everyone's like, I don't want to take up too much space because like my value is my gift and being able to service my clients. So I don't want to be the center of attention. I want to be able to service these people with my expertise, but I don't want to have to tell people what my expertise is. So just
100%. I feel like, I haven't been doing this 20 years, but I've been in the coaching game for a minute now, and a lot of people sign up for coaching because they are very passionate about their craft and gifted at their craft, but the business side kind of hits them hard, and the reality that to have clients you have to market yourself, you have to sell yourself in your practice, and there's a lot of other things that go beyond maybe their intuitive zone of genius, and that's hard. It's hard.
yeah, it's really, really hard. And it can be so overwhelming when you have so many other things that are popping up into your world, especially at this time of year. If you're a business owner, if this is your first year, if this is your 10th year, like you're not only just dealing with your clients, you're also dealing with the finances and the paying of the taxes. And wait, did I file the thing I was supposed to file at the time I was supposed to file? And just those emotions can pop up, especially while mixed in with the holidays coming up and, seeing your friends who potentially have corporate jobs, like just taking a normal break. And how do you give yourself a normal break when you are the business?
I will. Hey everyone, Lex here.
And M.
And if you haven't heard, we did something pretty darn cool.
We sure did. We launched a completely free community built specifically for coaches.
Say it again for the people in the back.
We launched a free community for coaches. Tell them quickly who it's for and what we're doing inside Lex.
Sure thing. So it's for anyone from the coaching curious to side hustlers to coaches ready to scale. And through the virtual platform that we've built, we've created a safe and fun space to learn, launch, grow, connect, ideate, collaborate, vent, and evolve together.
Nailed it, Lex. Now, while it's free, you must apply in order to gain a free membership. You know, so we can make sure everyone inside is awesome, like us.
Apply today at readysetcoachcommunity.com. I'll say, you guys, I have been not doing a lot of practicing of what I've been preaching lately, and I'll be really honest about that. As a reminder, or if you're a new listener, outside of my coaching business, I also have an agency and a PR agency. That PR agency has been taking over. It really has. It's been taking over coaching priorities. It's been taking over RSC, and Emily is a godsend for allowing me that what's the word I'm looking for? Like grace. But what it has reminded me is I've been doing a lot of traveling. I've had a lot of commitments, and I'm always able to pause the coaching side of things. I'm never able to pause the agency. And so in a way, it does remind me of the gift of the coaching business.
Like,
Now, I
why?
have to figure out how to like rebalance that a little bit, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to give myself some grace too. Right now, I've been answering people like I'm surviving more than thriving, and I think, that's a reality of life. Like we could come on here and say that we have it all figured out all the time. This has been a season for me where I've been very much reminded of the importance or the grace you have to give yourself, but also the importance of, I don't know, melty brain. Emily,
Yeah.
help coach me, Emily. Help.
I think giving yourself grace of like changing of the guard, ebbing and flowing of client load. I think Lex and I have talked about this a lot, just like the importance of self-care, which can look like anything from therapy to chiropractic care to working out. And sometimes we can be so in the season and part of the routine, and then you travel or your kid gets sick or a client ends up being more in your face than you anticipated. And like those things can fall off the wayside. But I think that's the beautiful thing about life, and what you even mentioned, Lex, about the balls. Like those balls can be dropped, but they can be picked up yet again.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll pick them up eventually here. You guys will hear on the season to follow a lot of the guests who come on kind of turn into mini Lexie therapy sessions. I'm not gonna lie. So now you guys have a little bit more context. I've just been kind of honestly burning the candle at both ends right now. It's a gift to be busy. And a lot of the reasons for my burnout are self-induced. I've kind of lacked boundaries. I've had a hard time delegating, and it's been very humbling because I have on the coaching side been coaching people how to avoid these kind of things. And here we are, Lexie being human, kind of falling back into old ways and an old trap. And so for anyone listening, if you are in a season like me, or you feel like like I relate, I think it's okay. I think it's impossible to be perfect for 365 days a year. And even if we've learned a tough lesson once, like sometimes lifes. And I think it's important to be in rooms and communities with people like Emily and coaches like Ready Set Coach that remind you that it's okay and help pick you back up.
Yeah, no, and I had a client the other day who, like, her poor, her dog was ill, and life happens. Like at the end of the day, what we do is amazing and it's helping, but you have to put your mask on before helping others sometimes, which we learned. And it can be
Yeah.
easier said than done with all of the things. But I'm excited for the season ahead. I think you guys are going to really enjoy our guests that we have, and to be able to learn from people with so much wisdom to impart and to share, everything from creativity to burnout to nervous system regulation. Like if you have a problem, we probably are going to be talking about it because we've had the problem as well.
Yep. And just to give you guys a little preview, I have the schedule in front of me. We're talking about everything from branding to working your way through burnout, aka Lexie's therapy session. As Emily mentioned, how to regulate your nervous system, how to license your coaching IP, which holy crap, you guys get ready for that. Everyone's going to be running to this coach, to uncovering your purpose, to detoxifying and healing, to business. There's a little bit of everything because, again, we are humans, especially as coaches. Like, we are our business, and our cups have to be filled, and we have to be optimally running in order to show up in a place of service and to show up to run the lesser loved things about business that are required, like marketing, selling.
Like calling your bank account and having strong words with them about certain things. Or getting hunted down by a tax agency. It's all part of it.
We'll pin that for an offline conversation.
Let's just say I've got beef with the California franchise agency, and yeah, they found me.
They found you. Well, I don't know why you are a totally private person. You aren't on YouTube and Instagram and LinkedIn and all the things.
Oh no. Do you know what I think it would be a really good idea that recently popped up in my brain with, like, in the business scene part of business, was all of, like, wouldn't it be cool if there was like an Asana or a Trello board for like all of the taxes you have to pay, and it notified you? It'd be like, this tax is due in this state, because most of them don't really have like one streamline. They're all like 6 different entities or systems.
Well, I'd
And
like to think your accountant's supposed to tell you, but mine doesn't. So I'm sure some do.
yeah, I'm sure. I think that's when you hire like a CFO or whatnot. That's when
That's
their
true.
job,
That's
and that's
true.
what they have to do. But yeah, that's a completely different side note. But the moral of the story and the moral of this podcast is, we're just excited to be back here. We will be tuning in and popping in and sharing wisdom and learnings and feedbacks and all the things as we go through. We also love hearing from you. Where are you? How are you feeling in this state of the world, of life? Like, it's holiday time, it's election time. There's a lot of big emotions lingering in the world right now. So
And it will with your clients too. So, like, at the end of the day, I think this is a good reminder to us all. Like, we're humans, they're humans, we're all just humans humaning over here, trying to do our best. And if you're in a season of thriving, hell yeah, celebrate that shit. And if you're in a season of surviving, that's okay. Stay course, Lexie. Stay course, Lexie. And know that it's okay, it's normal, and greater days will come. I sound like a Pinterest quote, don't I?
I know. And we're gonna just, change the style of this podcast, and we'll start just talking about Netflix shows moving forward.
So down.
Yeah.
Always down. Or fairy smut books. I had a whole tangent on my other podcast with a guest. I accidentally didn't rein it in. We talked about fairy smut for like 10 minutes, and it was my outing to like my whole team because they listened to the episode and we all found the commonality. Obviously, you guys know Emily and I are totally into it, but my team for my agency didn't really know that about me. Now they do, and like it was a core sense of bonding.
That's
Anyways,
amazing. Yeah, I love it. Next podcast we launch is going to be like all on analyzing Netflix shows and books, and how they actually relate to the real world.
Yeah. And how it's like the real world sucks in comparison. So let's just all go to, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, guys.
We're all looking for an Adam Brody and to make us feel special.
And a Rowan.
Who's
Did
Rowan?
you do the Throne of Glass series?
No, I didn't. Should I?
Shut up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, girl.
Okay.
You'll be
Well,
done before I'm finished with the next book. So
I will finish them probably this month then.
you really will. Homework. We are going to continue with homework this season. And I think, while we just kind of spewed a lot at you, we did want to do a little bit of a reminder for a Q4 gut check of sorts. And what does that mean, Emily?
It means that This is a time that it's going to be moving so fast. So carve that 5 minutes into your day, whether it's like jotting down some feelings, emotions in a journal, if it's getting outside and calling your work bestie, but just giving yourself time to be in you when we're serving so many other people.
Yes. And if you haven't already joined the Ready Set Coach community, you can for free, or you can simply pay $10 a month or $99 for the entire year to get a slew of benefits and visibility opportunities. So consider that. And I guess what we'll do now is continue with the epic ending that we always have, which is thanks for joining us on the
Ready, set, coach
Coach
podcast.
I don't know.
If you're enjoying the Ready Set Coach podcast, please leave a review wherever you are listening. For more information about Ready Set Coach, visit readysetcoachprogram.com.